breaks loose. Reigns holds the crown when the thunder gets loose. Hands up now, feel that roar. We live for the clash, we beg for more. Lock it in tight, hear that name. One shot, one fall, all out game. No holds barred, say it loud. No holds barred, bring the crowd. From the new world order to the bloodline. No holds barred, we draw the line. No holds barred, raise that sound. No holds barred, shake the ground. From MJF to Mercedes Moan. No holds barred, that's the way. TNA on the slate with the fire in tow. Angle in the mix and Joe on the go. Built on grit, built on pride. Every crack screen legend we keep alive. We don't sleep on errors, we don't skip the grind. Every chant, every clash, every scar we find. If the bell rings hard, then we're there in the front. One channel, one name, and we never back up. From the new world order to the bloodline. No holds barred, we draw the line. No holds barred, raise that sound. No holds barred, shake the ground. From the Macho King to Reigns tonight. No holds barred, we'll fight all night.
Welcome into Real Talk Wrestling here on the No Holds Barred Wrestling channel, and of course on Finn's Talk Extra as well. No El Ginger Americano tonight. He is invoking his Roman rule where he only shows up when he wants to show up, since he's the champion. But we have Clutch, the Mr. Clutch here, Mr. CM Punk himself. I knew you'd be stoked for today, because you get to talk about your GOAT. So let's talk about it. How you doing, Clutch?
I'm good. Today's a good day. The sun shines extra bright. Birds are singing. Love it.
People are upset. People are upset from both sides of the fence, both companies right now. So it's kind of weird. I'm in a weird spot because I'm trying to keep my emotions out of it. Not because I'm trying to take this seriously, just because I'm trying to get to the realization where I'm at with the Miami Dolphins. If they win, cool. If they lose, cool. Like nothing's going to change my life. Right? I'm trying to get to the same realization with wrestling. Cool. That's the story they want to tell. Like, I'm not happy, Clutch. I know you are. I know you're excited, but I was really looking forward to Sami Zayn and to see what kind of run he could do. But I also understand that it's just a prop. And Sammy's still going to be valuable no matter what. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm trying to rationalize it, Clutch.
It's cool that Sammy got his moment. He can say he's a former world champion now. Yeah, it was only 9 days, and that's unfortunate, but something about this new era of WWE that's been going on since Triple H took over is that they usually always tend to circle back at some point. So I don't think it's over in terms with Sammy. I think there's a bunch of story to tell. So it's over for now. Sammy's probably going to go on some crazy tangent. I don't know if you saw, there was a backstage interview they did after the match where he just like bleeped out everybody basically. So that was actually a pretty cool promo. But yeah, I don't, I'm never going to say a bad word about this. They're going to have now Punk, and we assume it's going to be Punk and Cody. That's the match they set up the Monday after WrestleMania. And now we're going to get to see it. I think it's going to be good. And I would hope that their decision is to keep the title on Punk, because getting it back on Cody after this whole flip doesn't make sense to me right now. And I'm interested in the whole babyface dynamic but I think the crowd is naturally going to get more behind CM Punk. But We'll see, but I don't mind it. Like you said, it's a prop. Sammy's still gonna be heavily involved in stories. And eventually they'll circle back. I'm fairly confident that he'll have a second world title reign at some point.
You would hope so. I thought so with Big E, but of course the accident happened. You just have sometimes you just get one shot at it. Look at someone like a Jack Swagger. Circle back to the Miami Dolphins. I bet you if you were alive, Clutch, and I was alive, but I wasn't cognizant of where I was as a baby. If I was alive and said, "Oh, Dan Marino, he'll make it back to the Super Bowl. He's young enough. It's his second year or whatever it was." Well, he never did. And obviously he never won a Super Bowl. And the same thing could be said like, "Oh yeah, he'll win it back sometime," but sometimes it just might not happen because you look at the line of people. Yes, there's 2 championships, but you look at this isn't a discussion for tonight's show, but people are like, "Oh, MJF, you're disrespected. You lost to Darby, you lost to Kenny on TV, two title losses in a row on TV for MJF." People are pissed about it. Come to WWE, well, you'll be a star. I don't think he'd be a star, but this is another show because there's other people. There's Roman, there's Seth, there's LA Knight. There's just too many stars. And that's the problem when you're someone like Sami Zayn and you look like Sami Zayn and you're booked like Sami Zayn. It's hard to get back to the top. It's just so difficult. Look at Damian Priest. He's a living example. Will he ever be champion again? Probably not. I mean, what are the odds, right? Look at Jey Uso. Do you think he'll ever be champion again? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's
That was
hard.
amazing. I can still see it with Jay at some point. Not now, but at some point.
No, I can too. I really could. But that's my only thing is like, man, only thing we're gonna remember is Sammy won it in Saudi, and that's it. But cool moment with Punk. Cool entrance with Punk. Everyone knew it. The fans were chanting it. I didn't know. I didn't know CM Punk was coming back. I didn't know that. I wasn't on social media. I didn't see it. I knew that CM Punk won the title before I watched Raw. I watched Raw today, so I knew he won it. I just didn't know that. I didn't hear the rumors of him coming back. So cool moment overall. It'll go down as an all-time moment for CM Punk. See where it leads. If it leads to CM Punk and Cody at SummerSlam, that's a little too soon for me, but I guess it's gonna happen, right? Like that you think because Gunther is taking out. I would think it's gonna set up Gunther and Cody at SummerSlam. That's where I thought I was going to go. Is that not where you were thinking?
No, I could because of the backstage segments and everything. I think it's leading to Gunther and Aldis.
That could be a thing. I heard that rumor, but I didn't watch SmackDown, so I don't know.
But there was also something on Raw, no?
Aldis was on Raw this week, but I didn't see anything of him and Gunther. Did I miss that?
Yeah, there was a backstage segment where they got at each other again. So
again,
this is now multiple times that this is happening. So I think that's where this is headed. And hey, I mean, we'll probably talk about it, but there are quite a few WrestleMania worthy matches on the SummerSlam card.
Yes, and that's another point to WWE and their stardom is they have so many stars. Every match seems like a big deal. Speaking of the next one, the next segment on Raw that was kind of the second most important, to me the most entertaining. CM Punk was the most important segment, but this was the most entertaining to me because I think that LA Knight is great. And I don't like to use the word great. I don't think there's that many great wrestlers out there. I think LA Knight's one of them. He's got the look. He's got the promo sometimes. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes he gets lost in his words. Don't worry, brother. I do too. But this was a good promo cut on Seth. And I'll tell you why. Let me talk to you. Because Seth just went on this huge, boring tangent. Fucking story that took forever. It got nowhere. Fans were into it. I know. And it was talking about how Roman was the chosen one and I was the wrestling. He was pretty much saying that I wanted to be here because I had the passion. Roman was just a failed football player and got handed the castle. He didn't say that, but he pretty much said that in so many words. And then LA Knight comes out And he could literally say, Seth, you were the chosen one, and I had to walk my way up through TNA and everywhere else, but he didn't do that. So I appreciated that by LA Knight. But man, this got me a hype for LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. This got me a hype for LA Knight. Like, that's probably the most hyped I've ever been for LA Knight, because it felt like he wasn't reading from a script. It felt like everything he was saying was real. So what do you think about this whole LA Knight Seth Rollins segment?
You see, I'm not even exaggerating when I say I came out of that promo thinking that was LA Knight's best promo in WWE, and it was that good, and definitely you makes you want to see that Seth and LA Knight. When are they going to do it? Don't know, because they got Seth and Roman, but I liked it. He kind of said a lot of things that some fans were probably thinking is like, hey, you guys are just talking to each other like brother this, brother that, little brother, big brother, basically just basically, yeah, circle jerking each other off in this sorry Bobby. I don't know if that's a sorry Bobby, but I'll still say it. But yeah, so I found that like he had a nice blend of like passion, comedy, like a little bit of everything, and it all made sense. I want to see more of LA Knight now. I was kind of out of it. I'm not going to say I was not a fan, but I was always a fan. But now I'm more into him because, yeah, like I said, that was probably his best work, and I want to see where this momentum can get to.
Yeah, agreed, man. Because I feel, and again, like don't get it twisted, people. LA Knight is still in the same spot he was. It felt like 6 months ago, where he's always in the middle of a feud, never in the feud. He's now in the middle of Roman and Seth, never in the feud. Like, isn't that so weird? So what are they gonna do now? Is he just gonna be pesky, like just always being involved with Jey Uso and Jimmy? Because they had their segments. Because right after Seth cut his promo, walks away, tells LA Knight to kick rocks or whatever he says. Boom, super kick, Jimmy Uso. Stop talking about every time you talk about my family, I'm gonna be here to beat your ass, whatever. And then later on in the night, Jimmy's getting interviewed by Jackie Redmond or somebody, and then LA Knight just comes out of the there and boom, it's the never-ending fight. So is LA Knight just destined to finally have a crash course with Roman Reigns, or is this only going to get to the Uso level? That's where, or maybe the Fatu level.
Yeah, I think there has to be some payoff to this bloodline obsession that LA Knight has developed. It seems like he put his guard down for one moment to kind of go at Seth, and that cost him in the end. And I feel like there has to be some kind of pit. Oh, I didn't even see that. He's really a hater, man.
So wrong.
Uh, but yeah, so yeah, I lost my train of thought with that one. But basically, okay, I completely lost it.
That's okay. We lost it. Hey, LA Knight, see LA? We get lost in our words too, man. It's DSG, the king of the IWC out there. I'm sure he did not like Sami Zayn winning. I don't know. Listen, what I will say this to get it back on track is I believe we were talking about LA Knight and him falling off in the payoff with the bloodline.
Yeah.
Yep. That didn't remind you of your track. That's okay.
Yeah, it did. So there, it was back to the original point that I was making. Just I think there needs to be a payoff, especially with the promo that he had with Seth. It got some momentum rolling, and now they reminded you, yeah, he's still dealing fully with the bloodline, and it just doesn't feel like a match against the Usos or even a match against Jacob is enough. Like there needs to be a story after that. Maybe that's the post SummerSlam feud for Roman. Maybe that's it, and I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, and Justin, Clutch did mention the video of Sami crashing out after losing. This is, Sami Zayn was full heel tonight, even before CM Punk was announced. He was full heel. He was he cut a heel promo right when he walked in. He was happy that Cody Rhodes couldn't compete. A babyface would have been like, oh man, we promised this crowd a fight, right? No, he was a heel the entire night. In this, him losing, if you weren't sure, now we're gonna see a crazy, jealous Sami Zayn heel. I'm here for it. So losing the title is gonna give us that Sami Zayn, and I'm here. I think that's gonna be a cool Sami Zayn. I just wish he held the title a little bit longer, man. That's all. Gosh.
Yeah, I think it's the timing also. It's just unfortunate with the Chicago show right around the corner after Sammy won the title. It didn't give him too much room to breathe with the title afterwards, but hey, man.
I wish if I do, I will agree. I will say this. If you were gonna do CM Punk winning, I would have gone the route of having Cody retain. And then tonight they announced something like a special, whatever. But you can do a mystery opponent, whatever. And Gunther just beat the crap out of Cody before then CM Punk come out. But then that makes CM Punk look like a bad guy. But the last time we saw CM Punk interact with anybody on television, it was like him and Cody with their snarky little comments. So it would have made sense. And then you could have had Cody have an excuse of why he lost. CM Punk could have won, and Cody could have had. Then we could have got that rematch. Then Sami Zayn would have had. It wouldn't have hurt Cody, and Sami could have just never won the title. And then when he finally won the title, give him a proper title run. But I don't know. You know, they didn't want Cody to lose 1, 2, 3 already, so I get it.
I wonder if they're doing this match now, Punk and Cody, because that to me that was a WrestleMania match. What would they have set up for WrestleMania then?
Dude, I really listen. This is gonna sound upside down, and I'm not here to start the tribalism of the IWC. But if you tune into my Dynamite rundown tomorrow, Dynamite was the better show this week. Everything made sense. The stories are coming together, and it looks like they're really putting all their effort into All In. And WWE just looks like AEW. Like they just everything, nothing makes sense. I mean, things make sense. Don't get me wrong. They're not going totally crazy. We're not getting CM Punk versus Rando from CMLL, for 25 minutes on Raw. We're not getting crazy. But what I mean is, like, I don't even think they know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing because you have so many hands in the pot. You have Ari Emanuel, you got Triple H, you got the Wayne when he shows up, you got all these other people. You need Pat McAfee in the main event. You need this, you need that. Or Tony just has Tony, right, on the other side. So again, I think Paul has a plan, but he never knows when it's going to change. Like, he doesn't know where it's going to go. Isn't that correct? That's just my thought process. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, I think he knows where he wants to go, but he doesn't know if he's allowed to go there, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, because he probably has a bunch of solid plans, and then everything gets changed in the last moment by whoever it is. You said it. Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just need to, like, if I was in charge of TKO or whatever, you have to leave the wrestling to the wrestling guys. And Triple H has proved to be a wrestling guy and a good one and a good booker when he has been left alone to make the decisions. In NXT, he was great. NXT was probably that perfect mix of WWE and AEW that everybody loved.
Yeah.
So I still think he has it in him. It's just, too many people backstage, too much politicking. And eventually, you already know, Dwayne is going to find his way back. And his film seems to have just flopped because I saw a tomato meter on Moana. I saw it, 38%.
Oh no,
38%.
Yeah, I was looking
The final
forward
boss
to it.
coming.
I was looking forward to that movie too. But quick thing before we transition to the last two topics is I have not, and you guys are going to be surprised. Some of you won't. You guys shouldn't be surprised. I haven't watched a full wrestling show. PLEs excluded because I have to watch those sometimes for reviews. But I haven't watched a full wrestling show live when it airs from 8 to whenever it ends ever in the past, like maybe 3 to 4 years. Clutch. I haven't watched a full Raw. I haven't watched a full Dynamite. I haven't watched a full SmackDown. Nothing. This Wednesday, dude, I watched the full freaking Dynamite with the commercials, the entire show. It was the one of the best wrestling shows I've seen in so long. I just wanted to put that out there for the Dynamite rundown tomorrow. It's going to be a very positive show because that show was a freaking banger and it brought me back to the old days of AEW. So, be that as it may, let's get back into Raw. I just wanted to get that out there. Little tease for tomorrow. Um, Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree out of nowhere. I guess I don't know. Maybe I fast forward through these segments. I knew that Maxine Dupree and whatever his name is, Theory, were a thing like on TV and they were talking and all these. I knew that, but I didn't expect this, and it kind of came out of nowhere, and I don't know how to feel about it. But seeing them together, Braun after the match, Braun, Logan, Theory, and Dupree, Maxine. When Paul E walked up, I said, why do we need him anymore? This is the new hot. This is the new hot, like how Judgment Day was. Now this is it. I think this is the right direction. I don't think we need Paul Heyman anymore. Am I crazy?
I think there definitely needs to be some distance now from Paul and everybody else. The only person that I could see maybe even remotely benefiting from Paul at this moment is probably Braun. And if they can find a way to just do that, cool. But I think division has a nice thing going on, even though not a big fan of that angle from Raw. It's too much of a to me. It looked too much like Dom and Liv,
Yeah, Judgment Day.
and
Yeah.
just a rehashing of the same thing up to the same point where she jumped on him and kissed him, got to get the reaction or whatever. It just felt very to me. It felt very regurgitated. So not a big fan of how it went down. I don't mind it. Maxine needed to do something different. I don't mind that part, but just how we got there, not great for me. So, I mean, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. You're right, though. It does seem very, oh, this worked with Dom and Liv. So let's see if it's going to work with Austin Theory to get him heat. They're trying to get him over, it feels like, and they're using her to get there, which is fine with me because I'll be honest, not to transition too much for the Dom, but Dom is doing pre-taped promos against Danhausen. I'm sorry, like I know, like you can't be on top all the time, but I didn't like the whole Dom's going to be a future world heavyweight champion talk because I never thought he was going to do it. He doesn't have the muscle mass. He doesn't have the body. He just doesn't have like that stuff. He's a great mid card heel, but now he's like a job guy heel. I'm upset, Clutch. But what else can they do with him?
Right now, nothing really. There's not much for him, and I don't know. Some would argue that probably like a Danhausen thing is one of the bigger things because of the noise around Danhausen right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I think JD McDonough is facing Danhausen at Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
And that's going to be a big show because of the whole Knicks winning the championship because of Danhausen and they're in MSG.
Yep.
So
Didn't think about that.
yeah, I don't
Okay.
think it's too much of a job thing. If not, yeah, you're putting him because Danhausen they might mess around and make that like the main attraction of the show.
It's a main event. No
Yeah,
way. But dude, as a not because I don't watch basketball. So like as a non-basketball person, I forget the Knicks win. I forget this stuff. But it totally makes sense now. Like it really does make sense why they're doing that. And especially JD, because JD seems to be the guy who takes pins from like the weirdos and stuff.
Yeah.
The guy who takes all the pins. So I wonder how they're gonna do that. I wonder how they're gonna let Danhausen pin JD.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I saw the other day, Danhausen is the actual poster person for the show. Like he's on the poster so they're going to milk this because, I mean, and they should because great marketing.
Yeah. Why not? And then the last most interesting thing that happened on Raw this week, Paul Heyman, as he always does, cuts a great promo against Obafemi or on Obafemi. And Obafemi does come out and cut a great promo. That's the one thing about Oba. That's a good promo. Like legitimately good promo. I love the way he talks. And I'm not talking about his accent. I'm talking about the pauses, the way he says certain words, the way his tone when delivering certain words. He doesn't come off as a baby face ever. You ever notice that? He never comes off of a I mean, he does when he's like, "Oh, thank you," when he tells the fans, "Enough, enough." Even he says enough. Like he's not even saying thank you. He's like, "Enough." He comes off as a true badass. No baby face, no corniness, no Cody Rhodes crap, but no heel crap either. Just a true badass. And yeah, I'm just this Hell in a Cell better deliver. If it's Brock's last match, I think it will deliver. But you're right, man. The level of WrestleMania type matches for SummerSlam this year is pretty good. And this should, I'm saying it right now, I don't care what anyone says. This should main event night 2. 100%. Right?
I wouldn't be mad at it. I think ultimately, yeah, Roman gets the nod, like always. But I think I saw a rumor out there. I don't know how true it is or not, so forgive me. But that I think they're set to main event night 1, which is weird because of Punk and Cody.
I
But
don't think they're having Punk and Cody at SummerSlam, dude. I'm
I
just
think
putting it
they
out
are.
there. I don't know, man.
SummerSlam is still what? He's still like a little bit less than a month away. They could still build that match, I think.
I do they just run back Sammy and CM Punk?
Possible, and then that gives you the excuse of not having the match as a main event, and you can have
I
Oba and Brock.
I think CM Punk and Cody is too big for SummerSlam. I think that's WrestleMania. Like I think this goes the summer of Punk, like what Michael Cole said, Summer of Punk Part 2. Like he goes through Sammy, he could probably go through a couple other guys on SmackDown. And then once we get the WrestleMania season, that's when we get Cody. Because I think eventually we get a good Cody Gunther feud without the title. I don't know, man. Again, they don't know. Like, what are we doing? We're talking like they know. They don't know. I don't think they know what they're doing. But we know they're doing the main event, or a main event night 1 or night 2, and this better be a freaking banger. I don't know how I don't know how I feel, man. Like I wouldn't put it past him to put Brock Lesnar over. I said it since day one. Like I'll never ever since he beat the Undertaker, I'll never count Brock Lesnar out of any match. Even last year against Cena. For no reason, just beat him for no reason.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Everybody
So like
thought he was winning, that Cena was winning that match, and nope.
so we never know. Like we never know. So I think this is a good promo, but it was like if you want to say cut and paste from Judgment Day, Live in Dom, this is cut and paste from every Paul Heyman promo. Comes out and talks crap. The guy comes out and confronts him, and he acts so scared. And then that's it. That's a Paul Heyman promo. Still good, but it's literally the same thing every time.
Yeah,
Still
it's a
good.
formula. It's a formula that he has for, and I guess it works. Yeah, I remember even him doing this dating back, and it could probably even date even further to WrestleMania 31 with Roman when he was facing Brock. I remember that. You like, yeah, where there's this whole promo, then he acts all scared. It goes back quite a bit. And yeah, listen, I'm talking about when I just made an example out of 10 plus years ago. So
Yeah, it
uh,
happens.
yeah, it does happen. But like you said, I'm impressed with like how Oba has picked this up so quickly
Mhm.
and how over he is. He's a main. If he were to main event WrestleMania this year, I would not be shocked. I'm not saying it's gonna happen or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like it wouldn't catch me off guard if they said, "Oh, he's main eventing," because he's been just that over and that good at what he's been doing. And you said it. He doesn't sound like this fabricated baby face playing to the crowd or doing anything. No, he's a badass, and I really do think at SummerSlam they have a chance at a second star-making moment for him by beating Brock Lesnar again inside Hell in a Cell. So interesting to see what's going to happen.
Gotta hope so, man. Last thing I do want to, this is a quick, just funny little thing, because I saw it on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever social media site I was on that day. What happened to the John Cena Classic? I saw someone
you
like,
talk about them not knowing what they're doing.
what happened?
I think it got such negative feedback from before. You know how they try to set up how it's going to work, the fans will vote or whatever, and it got such negative feedback that they're like, okay, we need to go back to the drawing board for a second here and go over this again.
I think so, because they haven't brought it up since. They talk about Cena on Raw every single time because of the Unreal that's coming out, but no word of the John Cena Classic. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I was actually looking forward to it. I wanted to see what it was all about, because there was going to be a new title. There was going to be the John Cena title. There was going to be a new concept. And I was like, I want to see this. But I guess just like how I avoid my taxes, I just ignore them. And hopefully one day they'll just go away. And that's what they think about the John Cena Classic. If they just never bring it up again, we'll forget. Honestly, did you forget?
I kind of forgot until you mentioned it.
I'm sure a lot of people have already forgotten. I only remember because I saw someone say it on social media, like, hey, what happened to this? Just funny things. Funny things in wrestling. Just ignore it. We'll forget. We're dumb. Guys, that's why we need video packages. Not to tribalism again, but the AEW marks, the sickos. We don't need to be reminded every 5 seconds of what happened last week. Yeah, you do. I do. Everyone does. Even Game of Thrones does it. Even the Avatar does it on Netflix. Good series, by the way. But anyway, that's going to do it for the show. Anything happening in Miami sports? You guys are hyped about something, right? Something happened? LeBron's coming back?
We traded for Giannis. I mean, I think that got covered.
Okay.
And then, yeah, rumors of LeBron coming back.
That's what it was. I didn't know Giannis got traded yet. I didn't know. So that's big news, because you've been talking about it for a while. That's huge. And I heard LeBron was maybe going to go back to Miami. But you know what? I think he should just end his career in Cleveland. I mean, I don't watch the basketball league, though, so I don't know. World Cup, is that still going on? Purposes. Oh, sorry?
No, I disagree about your LeBron thing just for selfish purposes.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's cool. I listen. It's all good with me. World Cup, is that going on still? Is that over?
No, it's still going on. Pretty cool stuff. The U.S. lost. That's always fun.
I know.
How
everyone was
really afterwards.
Everyone was super happy. Even here, we were happy about it. So what are we doing, man? Anyway, that's the show. No more sports talk. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm doing a doubleheader tomorrow because Pokemon Go Fest is Saturday and Sunday. That means I will be out at Disney and other parks catching Pokemon. So I'm not doing No Holds Barred this weekend, but I'll be doing it tomorrow night, Friday night, special start time. We don't know when yet because Bobby's trying to get some special guests to join us. We're covering WrestleMania 13, the one where Bret Hart and Stone Cold have their infamous match. So we're going to cover that match and everything else that happens at WrestleMania 13. What were we saying, Clutch?
No, I'm saying, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. We just covered WrestleMania 12. That was it was okay one. It was a 60-minute Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart that went into overtime, and Shawn Michaels, the boyhood dream. That was the one that we just watched. So that was a good one as well. I ranked that in my top 5. CM Punk is Hogan.
All right, let's calm down now.
Hey, listen. I'm not going to say he's wrong, but I'm going to say this. Did you hear that pop, brother? Did you hear the pop, brother? Look at the guy next to CM Punk, next to the title. That guy was freaking hyped. So some people liked it. Clutch is one of them.
Yes, sir.
The rest of us, we'll just cry. But until next week, guys, we'll be here. And then tomorrow, of course, No Holds Barred. We'll be covering WrestleMania 13 and myself at noon, the Dynamite Rundown. So if you're in a Dynamite and you want to celebrate Kenny Omega with me, Be here tomorrow at noon. That's it, guys. We're out. Peace out, guys.
See